By 2050, cyborgs will be serving in the U.S. Army. The cyborgs will have incredible eyesight and hearing, telepathic abilities, and phenomenal endurance. Could it be that maybe American scientists are already nursing a new kind of people, the X-Men, in their secret laboratories? Ominous experiments on embryos have nothing to do with it. With the help of the latest technologies, it's planned to turn ordinary people into universal super fighters. So, what will these hybrids of man and machine look like? What challenges will they face? For a soldier, eyesight is the main source of strategic information. It's not surprising that the military is searching for ways to improve it. These days, soldiers have to work in the dark with bulky and rather heavy night vision goggles. However, the company Rockwell Collins has offered an alternative in the form of a new augmented reality system, IDVS, Integrated Digital Vision System. The system is built into the helmets and provides more detailed information about the battlefield and the enemy. Data from the command center, other fighters, or drones is displayed on a transparent projection screen with a resolution of 1920 by 1200 pixels right in front of the soldier's eyes. The IDVS also allows you to view interactive maps, mark strategically important objects on the go, and instantly transfer information to others. Multispectral sensors increase visibility in bad weather conditions, and 4 rechargeable batteries provide up to 6 hours of battery life. Other potential solutions are contact lenses with the same capabilities, plus digital zoom and the latest Striker 2 helmet-mounted display, HMD, helmet for fighter pilots. The helmet's capability was demonstrated by the British defense company BAE Systems in July 2019. The helmet provides surround sound, a tracking system for targets, and night vision. The pilot can see through the airplane with the help of cameras on the airplane's body. All this technology facilitates military missions and provides an advantage in aerial combat. At the same time, the device weighs less than similar systems. One of the most extreme options would be the surgical implantation of various eye modifications. People are unlikely to agree to the removal of healthy parts of their visual system. Therefore, such an operation to install high-tech equipment in the body will probably be carried out only in cases of illness or injury to the eyes. In exchange for ordinary vision, a person will be able to see the entire spectrum of electromagnetic radiation. Despite efforts to reduce the weight of equipment, soldiers, like all people, still get tired. However, they don't always have the opportunity to get good rest. In this regard, scientists suggest a restorative or optogenetic bodysuit. This special suit will quickly relieve tension from aching muscles and in a shorter period of time will restore soldiers' strength. Sensors that are located on a mesh suit fitting tightly against their bodies will monitor muscle condition. The sensors stimulate the nerve cells with programmed light pulses. Moreover, the technology acts on the entire nervous system as well as on individual neural connections. The suit will not only reduce the time needed to rest and increase the endurance of the soldier, but will also help fighters who have lost some functions of their muscular and nervous system due to trauma. These cybernetic muscles will not only work better than soldiers' own muscles prior to injury, but will also allow them to control drones and various weapons remotely. It's possible that the soldier's entire uniform will also be smart. For example, there are already shirts that can change color depending on lighting or temperature. The same technology is used to create clothes that can change color on demand, rather than through passive stimuli. Such a property would help soldiers to remain inconspicuous in any conditions. There are early prototypes for this kind of technology. Researchers have developed a yarn that has copper wire in the center sheathed by a sleeve made by a type of polymer. The polymer sheath is laced with pigments which are already used in the technology of color-changing shirts. The copper wire allows the user to slightly change the temperature of the pigment, thereby changing its color. If the microcontroller knows the exact pattern of the textile, it'll be able to create specific patterns all across the fabric. As technology improves, sensors will become smaller and smaller until they start to be woven directly into the fabric. It may get to the point when the soldiers will be able to recharge gadgets from their clothes. The human body generates various types of energy. In everyday life, it's the thermal energy and kinetic energy of movement. So, 1 watt is produced with each breath. You can power a 60-watt light bulb and even a telephone by walking slowly. You can produce up to 2,000 watts when sprinting. The invention of researchers at Vanderbilt University has the greatest chance to develop into a walking charging station. This small device can be placed directly on the clothes and collect the energy of even the most minor human movements. Hearing is another aspect that's planned for improvement. There are 2 equally important approaches: improvement of hearing and its protection from extreme noise, explosions, and shooting. Nowadays, soldiers wear bulky, noise-canceling ear protection. A compact headset would be much more useful, but scientists have gone further and proposed to endow the soldiers with cybernetic ears. Such devices will not only improve hearing and help to detect important sounds from the surroundings, but also to access a voice network and communication. This is comparable to implanting a smartphone in the ear, complete with the functions of translation into foreign languages in real time. Also, the innovations will allow one to distinguish between ultra-low frequency oscillations, infrasound, and ultra-high frequency, ultrasound, and will protect against traumatically loud sounds. The best way to do this is by implanting electrodes, which will interface with neural pathways. You can remove them with minimal adverse effects. Hearing loss is a serious problem in the Army. Therefore, psychologically, soldiers will probably find it easier to go for such a minor surgical procedure rather than an operation on the eyes or muscles. The expansion of brain capabilities with neuroimplants offering the possibility of two-way data exchange is the most revolutionary technology by far. It will allow soldiers to instantly exchange data without communication devices, as well as remotely control any equipment and weapons. American inventor Elon Musk has already been working on one area of implementation of this technology with the Neuralink brain implant. This year, it's planned to implant the first such neural interfaces from thin polymer threads into people. At DARPA, the U.S. Department of Defense's Advanced Research Projects Agency, they've been working on neural implant technology for many years. Such a combination of a human soldier and a machine is likely to require a major operation. Therefore, researchers suggest that such neural interfaces be given only to elite fighters, such as the Navy SEALs. Cybernetic innovations are way ahead of the legal and ethical framework of society, and for that reason, they're raising a lot of questions. For example, is a person, after merging with a machine, still a person or part of the equipment?